So let's talk about this. This is a little bit of a mess and has gotten to be more of a mess throughout the week, surprisingly enough. I thought this was just going to be a mess in the very beginning of the week when it first happened, but it got even worse. So if you don't know what happened, Micah Parsons, after our game last week where we beat them, he walked off the field right away, right? Walked off the field, didn't shake any Bengals players' hands, didn't congratulate us, didn't show good sportsmanship, and a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, trashed him for that. He came out with a statement on his podcast right after, said, "I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I go and celebrate with the players, people will yell at me and say that I don't care about the game, I don't care about losing. If I walk off the field, people are going to yell at me anyway." So he pretty much went with the angle that no matter what he does, he's going to get hate and criticism. It doesn't matter, what he does pretty much, right? So that was his whole angle. And to be honest, my perspective is you got to show good sportsmanship. You're a leader of the Dallas Cowboys. You are the guy. You are the best player on that team. You have to show good leadership. Go over, shake the hands of the Bengals guys. Even if you're upset and you're really just gutted from how the loss happened, which he has come out and said that, he doesn't wish that loss on anyone. That's how bad of a loss it was to him. But again, you have to, kind of get over your feelings and how you feel and walk up and shake a hand and say, okay, good job, guys, whatever. I'm not saying you have to go over there and laugh and joke around with the Bengals guys. You don't. But at the end of the day, there is a level of sportsmanship you have to perform, right? I still think that he'll be a Bengal next year anyway. And I think he's going to be on our team no matter what. So shout out to that fact. But I'm also delusional, apparently. So I also think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. But that's beside the point. I mean, come on now. I'm delusional. Don't hold me to anything. But point is, right, that's my take. You gotta congratulate the other team. You gotta have good sportsmanship. Well, it's gotten worse. Okay, it's gotten worse throughout the week. And a lot of this, I feel like it's because Cowboys fans, they're upset because now their season is pretty much all but over. Still have a chance, but it's very, very unlikely. It's kind of like us right now. It's like, yeah, there's a chance, but yeah, you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah. It's very, very unlikely. So because of that, we have a really weird situation on hand. Micah Parsons is getting a lot of hate for it because everyone's blaming him. He's the one who promised the Cowboys would go to the playoffs. He's the one that promised the Cowboys go for a run. And, the buck stops with the leaders, right? So he said, "They killed me." I don't think there was anyone more competitive than me, man. And it's heartbreaking for me. I promised y'all, Cowboys Nation, that we would make a run. Micah Parsons. And again, I always look at it like this. At the end of the day, coaching is, players win games, coaches lose them. I think there's a lot of issues when it comes to coaching on the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm not 100% going to put all the blame on Micah here, but you got to remember what you say, and you got to realize what you say is going to be taken, one for one here. BJ Hill came out earlier this season for us with our defense being so bad and said it's a simple fix, it's a small fix, and it's not really that big of a deal. Our defense, and we could easily fix it within not much time at all. Guess what? Our defense still sucks, and it's one of the worst in the game. And BJ Hill, he got his crap for that. He did. He got a lot of crap for that, rightfully so, because you can't just go out there and say, "Oh yeah, this is the problem. We're gonna fix it within seconds, guys. We're good." And I think there is a fundamental issue for the Dallas Cowboys. And Micah Parsons did also come out a couple weeks ago. He's been in a weird season right now for the Cowboys. He came out after a loss and said how, he feels bad for older veteran players like Zach Martin because they have put more time and effort into this game than Mike McCarthy, their head coach. So again, there's this whole strew of really bad sound bites for Micah Parsons, and then him walking off the field and not shaking our hands and not being good sportsmanship, it doesn't help. It doesn't. But again, I could also look at the fact that I understand where he's feeling. He's on the last year of his contract. He's not happy with how the team is looking, right? They're in a very bad situation with losing their quarterback for the season, which we can all relate to, let's be honest. We've lost Joe 2 times for the season. And, there is there is a separation here, right? There is a loss of the locker room. It's very obvious Mike McCarthy has lost the locker room. He's lost the locker room. There's some players by who do like him still and to support him, and some do not. And yeah, there is a certain degree when, as Micah has said about Zach Martin and some of these older players, this is their last chance on the Dallas Cowboys, or maybe the last chance to play football. And, you do feel like, in a certain degree, when coaches are the reason why you're losing or not being successful, you do feel some type of resentment toward coaches, right? You're like, well, we have the guys, we have what we need, and you're not getting the job done. So I think it's a strew of issues and a strew of problems. I'm not just sitting here defending Micah because I love Micah. I do love Micah. I think Micah's a great player, and I do wish he was a Bengal. But at the end of the day, I don't think that really is... Like, I would defend any player in his situation here, right? I'm not going to sit here and white knight for him and say, oh, yeah, no, it was good that he walked off the field. No, I don't think that was good at all. But I understand his frustration and anger, and I understand where he's coming from, and I understand how he's feeling because, again, anyone in this situation would feel this way. Whether it was Micah Parsons, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, you list the player, right? They're all going to feel this way. They're one of the best at their game. They're playing at a very high level. And at the end of the day, they feel like they're being, not cheated, but they feel like they're coming up short, not 100% because of them, but because of other circumstances they can't control. And they want to be great, and they know they can be great, and they want the team to be great, but things are just not working out. And it's kind of like us with our offense and how offense is so good, but our defense sucks. At the end of the day, our defense is trash, and, I'm sure the offense probably feels a lot like Micah Parsons does here. Where it's like, okay, over and over again, you just keep trying to fix the problem. You're trying to get over the hill, trying to get over the issue, but you can't because of one thing or another, and you can't stop it or control it. So, again, like I said, I understand. I wouldn't be able to talk about this because I thought this was going to be kind of nipped in the butt and done with. But it keeps getting hate the whole entire week. Which, again, it's more than just him walking on the field at this point. Now it's like, well, you promised us this, you promised us that. And I get it. As I said before, BJ Hill said our problem with defense was a small issue. But I'm not going to absolutely nail, BJ Hill to the cross here. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. He clearly thought something, or he felt something, or he believed something. And I think, like BJ Hill or Micah Parsons here, a player can feel and believe something. It doesn't mean that what they said or did was vindictive, or they did it with a malicious intent. I don't think Micah said maliciously, oh, we're going to make the playoffs, guys, and he's talking out of his butt. He truly probably believed that. BJ Hill probably truly believed our defense wasn't that big of an issue and we could fix it. And again, this is player talk. Players only can know so much or do so much. If coaches say this is when you can nail them to the cross. When a coach says something like this, like, yeah, we're going for a run. It's like, hey, dude, you said we're going for a run, and this is your job. Like, this is your job to coach this team to go for a run. So, yeah, again, like I said, it is what it is. Definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.